Alright, green light. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Have we had our little banter hour. I do hope everyone's doing well. We're gonna very quickly breeze through our roll call and summary of last week. Joe,
Check.
Kotark,
Yep.
Sarah,
Hello.
Union.
I'm Union.
I was gonna try and make a clever combination of the word, but armpits
No.
was all that came to mind. I was like, oh, that's just mean. But hey, he's there. So where we last left off, the party has faced off with champions put forward to them by Rogar the Lich. See, I remembered his name without cheating. For the first week in 4 weeks straight. It was a bit of touch and go. Fortunately, the party came prepared on this mission for at least one death in the immediacy. Shock and applause that it was Union utilizing the legendary effect of his newly found armor in order to thus save the lives of Sarah and potentially others. Where we stand now, you have feasted, you have rested, some a little less willingly than others within the enchanted beds, where you were then offered the mounts that were to be on loan to you by the Lich, these undead griffins, of which Everflame is entirely enthusiastic, let me tell you. Definitely not green in the face. With intent to try and very quickly speed yourselves towards the remaining fonts, having decided to deal with them, as well as the Cult of the Promise. These individuals that appear to have begun breaking the chains that bind the Devourer away from your realm. And that's where we currently pick up, right as you guys are throwing legs over saddles and taking off at tremendous speeds. For the mechanically inclined, and if anyone wants to clip this exact sentence and send it to a certain lawyer, hey Azek, how fast can a horse go? Beneath you, ground speeds away at blinding rates. Soon you are leaving sand behind and finding yourselves well over a fairly dense wooded area. Thick copse of trees scattered about, where you can see some worked fields. It's less than a minute later. You have barely spotted this small village and are already flying past it. Soon crossing over not one but two iced over rivers, and leaving behind, at a glance, a fairly sizable town currently lost in the darkness. Everflame, for the record, has not stopped screaming. He is not. He is not a fan. He is very much not a fan of this mode of travel. So just if someone wants to have the mental image or mental sound of just this very very terrified dwarf guy just screaming. When can we get off this thing? Why do we need to go this fast? By the gods, etc., etc., etc. But having gotten his bearings, you begin to see him coax his own mount downward. The griffin does not slow in its pace. Yours soon following, very much like sled dogs following the lead. Before you find yourselves now racing no more than 20 feet off the ground. with the wind thundering in your ears as soon they come screeching to a halt within another dense pack of trees. Um, Normally I'd ask for a con check to see who vomits when they get off, but for the sake of sanity and brevity, we're just going to allow you to choose how you feel about effectively having traveled from where the guild marker is to where the circle is in just over an hour.
From
Well, it beats walking.
I think teleporting is worse.
Yeah.
Was it now?
I think so, yeah.
Was the Kotark the only one that got sick when they y'all teleported?
No.
I don't remember who it was.
I don't remember either.
So, you find yourselves again within this thicket of wood. The air is definitely much colder, having gone another cycle day without sunlight. The plants aren't looking so well as a result. But the first thing that effectively everyone but poor Joe and Tempest would note are these ghost lights, these little balls of white light that seem to be dancing about off in the distance, darting from tree to tree.
At least we don't have mounts this time.
Your mount
Yeah.
stares at you.
I don't think they're coming with us. But by all means, follow the light. Whatever.
Well, if it's all the same, if you plan to leave the griffins here, I will set us up a sort of a base camp as best I can.
Let's.
That'd be nice.
Yes. Let's get going, I think.
Onward.
Let's get it all over with.
Okay. Stepping past the first layer of trunks, you can feel a almost notable shift in the air. It becomes a little more humid. The temperature around you rises. You realize a scent in the air. This wet earth, kind of like just after a fresh rain. And still those lights dancing in the distance. At this point, Joe and Tempest are more than capable of catching one or two of them in their periphery. They seem to be closing no more than 40 feet from you. And as you press on, they seem to be keeping such said distance at the minimum.
So what do we think we're expecting? Crazy druids?
It is not unlikely.
Or just more what we have been facing.
Zombies.
Zombie druids?
Some kind of powerful caster.
I think druids are casters, right? So there we
Yeah,
go.
but I have a feeling a druid wouldn't be doing this. I gesture at the sky above me.
Maybe.
Either
Well,
way, let's go.
let's go find out. Yes,
Yep.
onward.
Make it a survival check from the Vanguard.
I will probably be in the front because I think I have the best eyesight.
Union leads the way.
Okay, Union.
Are you helping?
No, Union leads the way.
I'm
Alright,
helping.
fine.
I'm
Thank you,
helping.
Sarah.
Yes, indeed.
Oh,
So,
We walk into the Gulf, and we'll be there in just a minute, Arson.
somehow y'all end up in Murgia.
Oh. Did you... Were we supposed to turn right at that mountain or left?
Point blank fireball on you.
I deserve this.
alright, so Union no longer is leading the way.
Well, he's dead, so.
So as you push in, you find yourselves beginning to bicker amongst each other. Little things here and there. Possibly over the cost of a diamond and how Union now owes the party 3 of them. Let's see. We go ahead with a good old die. Not 14d6. Sarah, as you try to cease the bickering between Union and Arson in regards to expenditures, you find yourself catching footprints in the muck underneath that happen to fit almost precisely your boot size.
I will definitely point them out. Be like, hey, you're literally leading us in circles.
Well, I'm open to suggestions.
I will take the Vanguard.
We're looking for a font, right?
Yeah.
I could have sworn Papyrus was this way.
You are so lucky I don't have Disintegrate right now.
No disintegrating the party.
Not the whole party, just one.
I'll look the other way.
I'll say I have feeling she's biased.
So I assume another survival check is needed.
One moment.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So a survival now as you begin to try and piece together your path.
I'm, as we're going, just like stop and be like, hey, pretty sure something just tried to cast some kind of mind magic on me.
That's not good.
How you felt its presence? Union is like sliding his sword from his sheath.
It's extremely common for me. Yeah, something tried to mess with my emotions just a moment ago. And I don't
Wizards.
think it was Kotar. I say casually looking at Kotar.
Wow.
I'm hurt.
Well, I don't know. Was it you?
No.
Okay,
Assuming it's me doesn't help.
I'm not assuming, I'm asking.
You assume and
Because-
then
Do you
ask.
see anything?
No, I didn't assume. I'm saying if it wasn't you, then it's something out there that tried to cast a spell on me.
Why are those the only two options?
Who else
You
would
do it?
cast it on me?
Why is your first thought Kotar?
It wasn't my first thought. Kotar does a lot of cool magic and stuff, so I was just asking. There was no accusing.
Point is, keep your wits sharp.
Yes.
Think things through if you start getting angry. I don't know if it's trying to make us angry, but something to look forward to.
Oh,
Look out for.
Also, everybody crowd in on Union's personal space.
I feel like we keep never having a conversation we need to have.
No.
You keep saying a light protect you. Tempest so she gets in position.
Does anyone sense anything about our mysterious spellcaster in the trees?
No.
I'll take a look around. See if I see anything. I assume a perception is needed.
I can only type so fast, guys.
Okay,
This goes so much
Got
faster
it.
when I'm handing notes to people.
got it. Right. You said it affects like your mind there, Sarah?
Yeah, it seemed like something trying to mess with my emotions.
Tempest, how you feeling?
She takes a few steps. When she turns around, she's clearly holding back because Tempest.
Yeah.
But this is probably the saddest you have ever seen this Wadranossi in the entirety of your life. Whatever she just went through is definitely affecting her. So something she rolled a 1.
Okay, we should avoid the ghost lights, I think.
The ghost lines?
Lights.
Ghost lights. That makes more sense.
So you guys currently have a on the verge of sobbing Tempest as you
I will
stalled out in
comfort-
the middle of this this area.
I will comfort her as we try to keep going.
Not gonna lie, not a fan of things messing with my head.
Nobody is.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have time to mess with ghost lights. We've got a font to find and get closed so we can move on. No dilly dallying.
Tempest punches the nearest tree.
Yeah, that's about right.
Union is just sort of watching, a little cautious but curious, wondering what exactly has affected her.
Emotions.
I mean, she's a water genasi in the desert. It might be completely non-related.
It's just mean.
And I mean, come on, you've been traveling with her for a while. Is this really that far out of character?
Right. Uh, I will produce flame to give us a little bit of light. See what happens.
As you raise your palm out and the fire forms hovering there, giving not only light but a brief flash of warmth. You all watch as Arson is swarmed by
And
said ghost lights.
It goes out immediately.
Oh,
I need a wisdom save and then everyone to roll initiative.
Okay.
Mind you,
Am
you
I
are in
cor-
Unionara because everyone clumped
Okay.
up on him.
See, why do you always gotta make light? Always.
She's
Science.
a fire genasi. I mean,
For science, Brotar.
I am not that one.
Giant Rotark.
I was looking at it right in front of me.
Oh Lord,
Oh,
that's just again just mean. That one's
talk about an
dead.
attack on emotions.
Literally just done with all of you.
I chose the wrong one again. I'm sorry.
I waited
No,
until
you chose the right one.
Yeah, but it's a different one than last time.
Yes, but you chose the right one.
Uh,
I made sure to wait until turnover was up so I could check.
I mean,
Just use the large token.
fine. I'll use the large one.
Jeez, you guys are ready to go. Kinda all of us are. Except for Sarah.
And then there's Sarah, who's just really unnerved by the sounds of a crying tempest.
it's just unnatural.
And mind you, it's like snot coming out of the nose. Like this is that deep. I've been holding it in for years, kind of crying.
That's okay. It's time for her to work it out.
So many water genasi jokes.
I know.
I just work here.
So many.
Okay. So, notably, there are currently, and they are, for the record, sharing space with Arson at the moment, 6 of these ghost lights that swarmed his spell. I will note, Arson, you did not have time to put it out as of yet.
Okay.
Currently, let's see if we can't get you guys all pseudo positioned here. Move all the corpses off the map. Yeah, Unionara. Place yourselves there within. Which means Tempest would be. Yep. Okay. So, Joe, you are up.
Okay. What is the best fly swatter spell I have? See,
I'd prefer not shatter right on my face.
I mean, until we got put on the map, it was an option. Not gonna lie.
I had a hunch.
But I have a feeling no matter what I attack with, even if it's a single target trying to shoot one of them, I still very high chance of still hitting you anyway. Alright, I'm just going to target on them attacking him.
Okay.
And we're going to try Sacred Flame on him. Or on them.
All
In that
right.
square.
Which is
Let's
a
see
save on
how
their
this
point.
goes.
Roll. They do manage to save.
Okay. And we'll do a quick quicken and attempt to try to do something a little bit different.
Gasp.
Okay. I'm gonna try a quicken, create bonfire in his square.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
that's concentration. I don't want to do something with concentration right now. So we're gonna do another Sacred Flame.
Okay. They do fail. And you see one of the six burst under the radiant damage.
Okay.
Like arson is right in front of your face. As you can feel,
Yeah.
you're constantly filled with images of macabre scenes.
Right.
All right, and Joe backs up. Bring this to
Spreading out a little bit, yeah.
Kotark.
It's gonna fling a frostbite.
Okay.
Unless Arthur doesn't mind his hand being frozen.
Con save. That they also managed to fail, but seem to resist. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, that brings us now to Sobbing Tempest. She's effectively stunned. Moving on. Arson. Arson, you're muted. Or
God damn it.
exploded. There you go.
So I'm gonna use like that little flame that I made
Uh-huh.
use it to create a burning hands around myself, but not hitting myself.
Not nearly as cool as Castakar when he did it.
No, that was Ulrich who did it.
Either way, just throwing that out there.
I'm just creating a tornado of fire around myself. How is that not as cool?
Mm,
It's much cooler than just going fireball, burning hands to the face.
I don't know, man. It's pretty metal. Yeah, I will say. It didn't say it wasn't cool. You basically put your hand over your head and shower fire down on top of yourself. Though, as you try to sculpt it around yourself, as a result, you also sculpt it around them because it's your square that gets ignored.
No, it's the creature.
As in, they saved.
Ah, well, they still take half damage.
Anything else?
Nope.
All right. They're gonna zap you.
Okay.
Well, attempt to. So, any sentinels adjacent to arson gets triggered.
Sentinels.
Don't think there are any off that top.
I don't either.
Dang, I moved away.
The secret Joe's been hiding. He's actually a fighter. Where do you think Theo learned all his stuff from?
Oh my gosh.
He's not a coffee addict, so that can't be true.
Joe wouldn't share.
Now, yeah, just because you learn something from him doesn't mean you get to enjoy the flask. Union, you're up.
Oh, did they all miss, or?
They all rolled single digits.
Ah.
Like, each and every one. They progressively got closer.
Cool. All right.
You look over your shoulder
How
and these,
many-
like, 5 of these fist-sized lights keep, like, sliding in and out and through Arson.
Looks down at sword. Looks up at arson. Looks down at sword. All the lights are just.
Looks up at the man who literally brought you back to life.
How
Again.
do I help you? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna assume that whacking him, excuse me, folks, is gonna be less than effective. Okay. Excuse the cat.
I would say,
Hold
Hits,
by
we love
tiger.
you, but...
He wants under the blankets.
Well, the cat in the blankets.
I'm trying to save arson, and the cat's like, pay attention.
It's a cat.
Yeah, he's a devilish little fur snake. All right, Union is gonna raise his hand and aim Eldritch Blast at the balls, not close to Arson's head.
Okay. You aim at the balls, not by Arson's head. Noted. Phrasing.
I mean,
Just saying.
I don't want to hit other parts, but especially not the head.
Just gonna note the phrasing. Roll the attacks at disadvantage, please.
Does it matter?
It does. 1 crit's bad. Doubling crit is hilarious.
Fuck me.
Holy shit!
I don't like.
Wow.
Why do I ever roll in combat?
Okay, there's literally no way I could have called that.
I mean, to be fair, it is Union.
It's Union.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Union.
okay. So Arson,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
he didn't want to hit the balls by your head.
Is he gonna hit the ones by my balls?
No, not
I
by,
had the same thought.
but definitely balls. Fortunately, I'm assuming you're wearing your armor, so it's not a direct
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah.
But that's just the first blast.
There's a glare.
You do take that 13 damage.
Jesus.
Let's roll against me?
He managed to hit. He missed his actual target. The beam had nowhere else to go.
Could have gone into the ground. There's even more of a glare now.
But that's your first beam, Union. The spell triggers 2. No way it can happen again.
Swear to Zan Union.
No way it can happen again. I don't have the cosmic power to make it happen again. See? See? That is a hit as you blast one of the orbs away.
You're welcome.
Sarah, you just saw Arson double over for a second as he's being swarmed by now 4 of these orbs.
Yeah. I also don't want to swing a long sword next to his head. So I'm just gonna use my bow. Gonna try and shoot the orbs floating around him.
I raised my shield just in case.
Noted. I'll allow that reaction. I'm sure she warns you.
Yeah.
Arrow's coming.
It doesn't change my AC, but
It would have been noted.
yeah.
There's one of them, and oh yeah, okay.
Okay. You lower your shield, Arson. There's an arrow sticking in it. As you're fairly sure you damaged one of the orbs.
Okay, good. Good, perfect. I did my best.
Joe, you're up. Stop needing rescuing.
What's that? Fireball? Okay. What's that? Bring it to sculpt around some people? Okay.
What you got, Joe?
I'm up.
Yes, sir. There are 4.5 remaining. One currently has the flickering gas station light going on.
Right. You don't have any great options. I don't know. I think this worked pretty well last time, so I think we'll just keep going with this.
They managed to fail the first one.
Okay.
As you, I'm assuming, target one of the more full health with your radiant power.
Sure. I'm pretty much just trying to kind of
Just playing
laser beam them as
whack-a-mole.
they're flying around him. Yeah. As they're coming in and out of him, apparently. Really wanting to just like hit them all. Ooh.
Image.
Yeah, damage from both of those was pretty nice.
That leaves one and a flicker.
And that is it for me.
All right, go dark.
I'll hit the flicker.
Okay. That does manage to polish it off.
I don't think I was trying to polish it.
All right, lady. It comes back full health and boss statted.
See, that's why I didn't want to polish it.
Legendary actions and everything. Let's go. Tempest is still sobbing. Her saves aren't going well.
So, Arson turn.
As you begin to raise your sword to to begin channeling your next spell, Arson, I need dexterity saves from Sarah, Joe, and Kotark. As a hail of arrows fires out of the trees towards the party.
That was Dex.
Dexterity, you say? Okay.
Correct. It is dexterity. Which got on the die should be 12 on the die plus your mod. Sarah.
And outside his aura, so
Yes.
12 on the die plus your dex is
15?
15. Okay.
Oh, whoops.
That's alright.
It would actually be 14, 18?
Okay. So poor Kotark and only poor Kotark gets
Is it
hit with
Kotark and Union Aura?
is yes. Did not get added. Did not get added. So you guys managed to only take 5 piercing damage as you are hit with glancing blows from the series of arrows. You're able to look over your shoulder and see up, sort of holding onto the trees with their feet, are these long, lanky elves that fired down upon you. Arson.
I'm gonna try to Sacred Flame the last one. I assume religion check first.
All right. They fail your save.
Oh, that was. Oh. 9.
That'll do it. Anything else as you are now cleansed of the ghost lights?
Shout out in Elvish. We have come to help.
Unfortunately, you have already acted, so it can't be tried to be persuasive.
Yeah.
So I now need a dexterity save from Arson, Union, and Tempest. Tempest at disadvantage.
Tempest is at disadvantage. 1 plus. First one is Tempest. Second one is Arson.
Wow.
All right. Well, while not glancing blows, you only take 6 damage because they rolled like, well, yeah, they rolled poorly.
They rolled bad.
You're not sure if maybe they like tried to pull their shots at the last second as you yelled out, but it wasn't nearly as impactful as you expected the 3 arrows sticking out of your back to be.
A lot less impactful than Eldritch Blast to the nut.
Look, man, I mean, it's literally force damage.
Yeah,
It's a,
yeah.
it's a magical kick to the balls.
Arson will remember this union.
He's still trying to figure out how to give in to his dark side without giving in. All right, he's working on it. Union, you are up. You are capable of seeing 6 of these elves in total. 3 on either side.
All right. Okay, I don't speak Elvish.
It took you long enough to speak common, so.
I speak Infernal and Loud Common. Alright. How far away are the elves?
They are 40 feet away and a good 20 feet up. Which for my triangle enthusiasts means they're still only 40 feet away.
Union is going to point at them, and cast darkness.
And cast darkness. Which group? East or west?
West.
Okay. Anything else on your end?
I think that'll be it.
All right, that brings us to Sarah. As the 3 elves are now shrouded in darkness, to the west.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna drop my weapon, put my hands up, and be like, "Hey, we're not here to fight." As Union puts a giant darkness cloud over some of them.
Persuasion, please.
You know, I'm actually not bad at persuasion.
All right. We'll see what happens on their turn. Joe.
Joe. Joe is going to cast Shatter on the ones that aren't embedded in darkness.
I feel like we don't have the.
Well, they rolled a natural 1, a natural 2, and a natural 3.
I rolled pretty good damage too.
And you also damages the trees that then shatter into splinters.
Shotgun trees.
Sarah. Sarah, your hands are up. You're now looking at like the loud explosion, and you close your eyes just as splinters smash into your face, open, and you look down at your sword that you just dropped.
It was the bow that I dropped, to be fair.
That's right, your bow.
Still.
All right.
And then let's see.
This team cohesion. I love it.
I'm going to just burn a second to get some spell slots back, or spell points back for my bonus. So that's my turn.
All right. Kotark. Guess I can throw these on the right layer for y'all. Not that layer much. It's gonna be so hard on you.
I'm just gonna take a neutral stance on the thing that just happened here with Sarah not wanting to fight and Joe wanting to fight, and just
So Kodark begins bubble hearthing.
that's it.
Sarah finally, or not, excuse me, Tempest finally breaks free of her emotional wreck, emotionally wrecked state.
Tempest doesn't really know what to do right now. And to be honest, neither does Arson.
Well, she goes, and then they go.
Yeah. She will wait to see what they do.
Well, they just got shouted out of the tree, so as they stagger back to their feet, they're going to all turn and shoot at Joe. Which, I mean, you kinda forced their hand on that one.
Mm-hmm.
That is a natural 20 against AC, a 14 I believe misses you, and a 15 meets.
Yes.
For 19 piercing damage total.
Right. And the first one that hits me is going to get hellished.
Okay, which I believe is dexterity.
Let's go ahead and burn that.
Which they fail. They scream in agony and stagger back from the sudden lash of flame that shoots out from you.
I'm sorry, how much was the damage again?
19 total.
19 total. Yep.
And if you are concentrating on something, it'll be two separate checks.
Whoop, that
Yeah.
doesn't work on the sheet.
Been 11. Yeah, so it's the base check of concentration. Arson, you're up while he does his concentration.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna magic missile each one of the ones on the right.
Okay.
Single missile to each.
Alright. That finishes this one off. And the other two are looking pretty rough. Is that it?
Yeah.
Alright. This one comes launching out of the dark very quickly. To here. And the last one just sends an arrow flying out from the darkness. Which is a 23 against AC, Arson. for a total of 11 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then the others are going to try and stab their adjacent targets. Union, a natural 20 for their first swing, and then a 9 on the die, whiffing horrifically on the next.
Okay.
For a total of 9 slashing damage. And then Arson, the other one, misses with its main hand, and misses Tempest with the offhand.
Okay.
Bringing us to Union.
Alright. So they're still the ones in the darkness.
These are the ones. These just came launching out of the darkness, and you did see a arrow come launching out of your cloud, striking Arson pretty soundly.
Okay. There's one like right there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Union will draw his sword.
For 7. All right, you connect.
And follow it up.
She lets out a yelping scream, more rage-filled than pain. And bats your sword aside for the second strike.
Alright, that would be.
Alright, Sarah.
Just a long, long drawn out sigh. Then pull out my sword and walk over and I guess cut this person down.
She's still up.
Wow.
Your sword is like sunk into her collarbone and she spits blood in your face. Which apparently had dire effects.
Well, my sword is kind of lodged in her collarbone, but that's all for me.
Alright. That brings us all the way back to the top with Joe. She actually like hooks her arm around your sword to hold on to it.
Alright. We're gonna do a quickened, not quickened, twinned
Twinned.
firebolt, and target one at each of these.
Okay.
So first target,
Ooh
must be
boy.
a good one.
It's a very good one. And you'll note as the streak of fire launches across, you immediately see some of those ghost orbs trying to quickly rise up out of the ground to chase it, but it is too speedy for them.
Before like the second one, well, technically they both shot at the exact same time.
Yep.
But, oh my
Oh
God.
lord! Alright, Lorzod, go home. As Kodark is the one who'd primarily witness those two just having holes in their chests.
Hold on, Mutt.
Where those were rolled at advantage.
Yeah, the first one was rolled an 18. The second
You know what?
one was yeah.
Keep going. The damage was still going to be enough after the shatter and everything, because they
Yeah.
took damage from the shrapnel.
I'm not sure why. I've got to check my options. On Sundays, once I make a roll at advantage, it automatically turns it off. On Mondays, it doesn't. So there's something different.
Should be in your the cogwheel section.
There's probably an option that I've got turned on, one or the other.
All right, Kotark. So you just saw holes appear in their chests, immediately cauterized. as one is currently screaming violent insults into Sarah's face, becoming far less coherent from the elven speakers. Something about has a great sword lodged in her collarbone.
It's all just gibberish to me anyway.
That, I'm afraid, is a miss. As you try to weave a ray through your party.
I realized after I cast it that I probably should have said I'm going to twin cast that, but you know what? It's fine.
Go ahead. What you failed to do is say who you were targeting, though.
It has to be someone else.
I'm aware, but you didn't put
Yeah.
him. You didn't say what you were targeting for either of them.
That's the second one.
Okay. So this girl just tanking everything y'all throw at her. That one just now starting to take damage to a significant degree as Tempest is up.
Tempest is going to booming whip this one.
Okay.
Oh, that's the dagger. Crap. Same roll for the.
I'm sure you would like the same roll.
It's the same attack, so. 2d4 plus. Because crits.
Where's the 2d8s coming from?
Booming blade.
Okay. The she is on. They're now counterparts in their agony, both on the cusp of death.
And I think she'll take that. That's her done.
Okay. You will hear. Actually, no, these two go after Arson.
Oh.
Yep.
Arson's turn?
Mm-hmm. You go before these.
Okay. Arson will stake and flame the one right in front of him.
You're really gonna trust a save?
It's better than trusting my own rolls, sir.
Okay, she rolled a 19 on the die. She's
Okay.
too angry to get spirit fired.
Okay, that's Arson done.
As both of them scream out, "For the glory of the blood moon" in Elvish. And their blades begin to glow brightly. And I need Constitution saving throws as they both erupt.
First one is Tempest. Second one is Arson.
Leaving behind brilliant white fires still holding on to their weapons. As they make their critical thresholds.
Does it kind of look like the lady we killed before?
You've killed a lot of ladies.
The one that, like, she stood back up as a ghost?
No. This is like coalesced moonlight.
Okay.
It's just that there's an immediate abrupt flash of light, words, before they return to a sort of humanoid form, holding on to their scimitars. And Union, I have a theory why you always fail saves. Your aura is so busy protecting literally everyone else. You're just too selfless.
Clearly.
As you were the only one that failed. taking 22 radiant damage, halved for everyone else. And that is their effect. They will now begin to swing. First attack is against Sarah. That is a 16. Sarah, you took 11.
Okay, and that hits.
All right. We're gonna do damage afterwards, just because it's easier on my hitting up inner here. Yun, she misses you with her off swing. Arson, that is a 18.
Shield.
Okay. You are actually counterspelled.
Okay.
And a 20 against Tempest.
Okay. Bye.
Okay. So that was one hit against Sarah for a whopping minimum damage.
Oh,
Big, like cinematically threatening explosion nicks you on the cheek for all of 6 damage.
okay.
A total of 18 radiant damage, Arson, and 17 radiant damage to Tempest.
Well, congratulations, Union.
By the way, Union, darkness, I believe, is concentration.
Yeah.
So I need a concentration check from the explosion. DC 11?
I think so.
Is that con?
Yep. Yep, still darkness. As it is your turn.
And we're fighting the two, like, spirit ghost things?
Again, more like moonlight things.
They seem to be affected by weapons?
No one swung since they've entered the state. They were on the verge of death beforehand.
Well, let's find out.
All right. A 20 for 10 slashes through. There is a physicality to the cut, and you're fairly sure you damage whatever form is assailing your party now.
Alright, I'm gonna add a first level divine smite to that. It's 2d8.
2d8 radiant, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And another.
That unfortunately is a miss.
That'll be for me then.
The figure seems to dance aside your blade as it slams into the ground with a what would have been a mighty blow, bringing us to Kotark. Excuse me, Sarah. My turn. I was about to skip to my turn order. Just like spazzed out on me when I hit next.
Okay. Can I finish the job for Union?
She has yet to even let go of your first swing. Your next hit collides, same, a great physicality to the form. There's not even like the screams of like that primal rage that they were giving you before. But her fire does die, leaving behind what appears to be this fist-sized opal in her spot.
I will pick it up.
Okay. I need a con save.
Darn it.
Oh, excuse me, charisma save.
Oh, that's even worse.
Well, it's a good thing your turn's over. For the record, in character, no one knows what just happened, but everyone
Yeah.
knows what charisma saves does.
Yeah.
Joe, you're up.
All right. Got one left. So same as last time.
Do that.
Gonna try and fire both the two remaining or one
You do
remaining.
recall there was one that was in the darkness. You have not seen it act, but
Yeah, I can't see that one.
I guess also didn't call out that he was counterspelled. So
Yeah.
But I mean,
yep, you have your target.
yep, I have my target. First firebolt,
All right,
and assuming it's still up, second firebolt.
currently is, yes.
Technically, regardless, they both of them would have shot off at the same time. So
Yes. The second one does not seem to connect with the form.
okay.
Now, bringing us to Kotark.
Blech.
Blech.
I always have the hardest time finding where this is.
On the left,
Um,
Or-
yeah, I guess it is.
probably in the middle.
It's on the left of the middle.
There you go.
The left or the middle?
Right, sorry, on that one.
Okay. A 14 whizzes past.
Yeah,
Anything
that's
else? Okay. That brings us to Tempest, who is now staring down this figure.
Booming light.
All right. 16 to check. Manages to match.
For that much damage.
All right. Same as before, she collapses into a fist-sized opal on the ground.
Okay. This Tempest done.
All right. Two bolts of force are going to launch out of the darkness. One targeting at Joe and the other at Kotark. Joe is missed. Kotark is crit. For a total of 7 force damage. As a lance of moonlight shoots out of the darkness. That brings us to...
That was an accident real quick.
to air quotes, Sarah.
Hey! Hey!
I'm
I
not...
thought this group went after me.
My apologies. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna use...
So you haven't been crit yet, Kotark.
I am going to use the Radiant of the Dawn, my channel divinity that I've had since Arson has come in, to try to dispel this magical darkness. No offense, Union, but it's making it really... There's that.
Okay.
I need a con save from it in there.
You said you're trying to dispel the darkness?
Yes, but each hostile creature within 30 feet of it must make the con save.
Okay. Sarah, I need you to make a con save. As it, nats it.
DC is 15.
Mm-hmm.
12 radiant damage on a fail, 6 on success.
So, Sarah, you've taken 6 radiant damage. All right. Now, Kodork, the Eldritch Blast that was launched out goes through. My apologies, Arson. I'm using two different turn orders.
Yeah.
Y'all haven't figured it out. Only one of them are actually progressing. Just
Also, the darkness should be gone.
I don't have a token for her. The elf token's offered. You know what? Here, have Titty Elf. There you go.
Okay. It's like, what?
Look, man,
You gotta.
I just work here.
There.
But anyhow, as the darkness fades, which fortunately I didn't roll out advantage to begin with, while they were technically hidden, Kodark is blasted by moonlight, whilst air quotes Sarah, you feel really angry at Union for some reason. Many reasons, I'm sure, but
I mean, that's just a Monday.
if you'd be so kind to begin, just the one attack, because she's not actually you. As you go to turn to begin assisting the rest of your party, Union, you are great sworded in the back. When you turn to meet the blow and kind of roll it off your shoulder, you catch Sarah's eyes glowing bright with that same white light from your foes. Gasps in deja vu. See, Kotark, it was a warning. He did say they were predictions. That brings us to Union. Are you there, Union?
Yeah.
Okay. You did just take 12 damage as a note.
My armor class is 23.
He hasn't updated his thing.
Oh, please update your thing when you get a chance.
Isn't it 23 with a shield?
He's sword and boarding right now.
When did he get a sword?
He warlocked a sword.
Okay.
It's kind of his class feature.
I've never seen him do it.
Don't worry. It's because he never had, because he always had an extra sword until he didn't. What you got, Union? Sarah is attacking you.
Hold person on Sarah.
All right. Sarah, if you be so kind, roll the save. What is your DC, sir?
15.
Okay. Sarah is not held.
Grr.
All right. I don't want to move away because I don't want to get bashed by an angry Sarah.
Much Goering.
Union will vocalize alert to the rest of the party that something's wrong with Sarah. That'll be him.
Okay. Which, once vocalized, is not hard to see her glowing white eyes. Bringing us to actual Sarah. Your party is currently hostile. Act accordingly.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the tent is just a little off, Kotark.
Oh, I'm sorry, Union. I'm gonna fighting spirit because that's what I would do.
I will. Never mind.
I just really don't want to hit Union. Apparently.
Ah,
Now that you
I,
finally have an excuse to.
I see.
It's
You
like,
you were you were
something's
editing while I
wrong.
was editing. It's great.
Oh, that's what.
I'm like, man, why does it keep going? 21/23. There. Because you don't always have your shield out. Yeah, I mean, he is just tanky as shit. You just find yourself more envious of that armor.
I really wanted that armor. That's all for me.
All right, Joe.
Okay. Um. Let's see. Twin is equal to spell slot, so I can use my last one there. Okay, I'm going to twin blindness on Sarah and the caster.
Okay. Con saves, I believe.
Yep, those are con saves.
The
DC
caster fails.
15. Yep.
Sarah succeeds.
And gonna have to burn another second level spell slot to get some more sorcery points back.
All right.
And that would be me.
Kotark.
So yeah, so for no particular reason, gonna there's no reason involved with that. You know what? Feel like stretching my legs.
Uh-huh. Yeah, casters stand over here. No reason to be that close.
Yeah, none at all.
Like the R is nice and all, but don't need don't need to be in that fireball range. Anything else?
Uh, gonna, I guess, twin cast again, hitting first that one.
That's not there.
No,
No.
that one's dead.
That one is
one's
currently
dead.
a
All
fist-sized
right.
opal.
Then never mind with the twin cast. Just
That does hit the caster, who was concentrating on something. Who continues concentrating on something. All right, Tempest.
Yeah, Tempest gonna Tempest. Run up here, moving blade.
She's 20 feet up in the tree.
Oh.
By the by.
In that case, Tempest is gonna Tempest from here, nice knife.
I was saying, okay. That makes sense. I did say they were in the tree when combat started, I believe.
Yeah, I thought that one had come down.
No, the others came down because Joe
They
blew
were
up the
forced.
trees.
Yes. 15 to hit.
15 to hit does hit. They do make the follow-up save.
Okay, so they take four piercing damage.
Which still managed to trigger another concentration. Which she fails with a natural 2. Sarah, your eyes glaze over right as you're like raising up the sword to bash into Union's pretty armor once more. As the 2 opals turn to dust.
Huh.
So I'm no longer angry at Union?
Let's not get crazy
Sorry, am I no longer trying to murder Union?
at the moment.
Okay.
I mean, your sword is already raised up.
You have all the excuse in the world.
have a good point.
That brings us to arson.
Okay, I am going to just
Now move her
move
over.
forward a little bit and then produce flame and throw it at her.
Produce flame, you say?
Actually, no, sacred flame. Thoughts.
Would you like to rethink your action?
Yes, sacred flame.
Haven't pulled that card in a while.
I know. I can't wait for her to succeed.
Yeah, she rolled 8 on the die. I'm failing.
Oh, 8 radiant damage.
All right. She is officially looking bloodied.
Yay.
Which you'll note tattoos on her body are beginning to glow. And it's her turn.
Hold on. I have
Go
not
ahead.
said I finished my turn yet.
What you got? Oh, yes, indeed. She will release her grip on the tree and fall rather gracefully to the ground. And as she does so, from her toes to her head, flares up once again in that brilliant white fire. Her form, a bit more composed than the two meleeers that you had fought. She bears no weapons at in this stance, but as she begins to raise her hand for what you're certain is some devastating spell, she catches eyes on Mr. Joseph. Mr. Joseph, who, if we hearken all the way back to a certain wise woman sitting on a wagon, in Elven, this lady states, moon touched, and her fire dies out, and another opal falls to the ground, turning to dust.
Hmm. Moonclark turns to Joseph.
You're officially out of combat.
I pick up my bow.
Moonclark is going to touch self and give myself a second level cure wounds.
That's terrible because Moonclark moves one more square just to mistake. I saw that. Oh, yes, indeed.
And then he's going to do the same to Tempest. Oh wait, crap. I assume a 12 works for the cure wounds.
Yes.
Okay. Back to DC 10 for now.
No comment.
Okay. First one is healing for me. Second one is healing for Tempest.
As battle comes to a close, there is a deathly silence upon the clearing you find yourselves in. Every now and then, the light wind twinges the stumps remaining from the shatter spell. A bit of debris rolls around. At a quick scan, there are the handful of scimitars and a couple bows. The three that were killed outright, they are still physical bodies there.
I will go over to Joseph. Joseph,
What?
we need to have a talk, I think.
Do we?
I think so. You seem to be distinctly connected with my patron.
Oh,
Yes. And somehow her darker side?
gonna need more information.
Char.
What about it? I don't know what you're talking about, but continue.
The letter you left us.
Yeah.
You you explicitly mentioned Char.
I specifically mentioned an old poem, but
Oh, was that in a poem?
That is indeed an old poem.
Then never mind.
For the
Throw
record,
that one out.
in character, and whether you knew it or not.
History?
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, it was just an old poem.
Toss that away then.
It's I mean, it's it's really just more of like an old like prayer before sleep, you might say. It's you know,
Yeah,
it really means nothing more than that.
but she called you moon touched. Damn.
Yeah.
The, the,
I knew that old woman.
Quick forewarning, it was not the same woman. Just was
Was not.
was just the
I was
same
about to say
No.
same
that
same
seemed
phrase.
like information that was
No,
came out like very lately. Um,
no. That was she just happened to
but
say the same thing the old lady said.
right. But yeah, I think these were probably worshippers of hers. But I mean, we're really on a time crunch here. I mean, we
we
really
can
can't
walk and
rely
work.
on. Yeah, well, I mean, we really can't rely um, on sources that aren't reliable right now. We we just need to continue on, push forward. I really don't want to fall behind on our task.
Right. Just give him a look.
I feel like the
I'm
White Rabbit right now. We're late. We're late.
just there's something that I will get to the bottom of.
Say like, he's definitely not telling everything, but he also has
Yeah.
never told you everything.
Yeah.
Um. Um. Gathering up your things, tending to your wounds quickly, as Arson and Tempest had. You begin to press deeper into the woods, and soon find yourselves crossing a small hunk of overgrowth. There inside, you can see what looks to be 6 individuals in a fairly large circle, uh, deep in trance. In the midst of them appears to be a, uh, a twisted figure from about the about mid ribs down. Looks to be twisted bark and vines, but the upper body appears to be elven. Their left arm is likewise appears to be malleable, but likewise covered in bark and coming to a sharp point. And they are currently speaking in a language no one currently speaks. We don't have any druids.
And druids.
But a language that you all would have heard, or at least Union and Joe would have heard within your relatively, air quotes here, recent travels, because they are talking very much like the Greenbeards from back at Rheindorf. Slow, deep tones that seem to rumble out from them. But one word translates to common, promise. And that is where we currently fade to black.
Oh my god, they are evil druids! I knew
Druids,
it!
what do you expect?
I called it.
Evil.
Does that mean if Ree was here, she'd be evil too?
No?
Yeah? Did you not see when she was a snake?
No, she was dumb. There's a difference.
She
Yeah,
was a
she was-
dumb snake.
She was very evil.